got a little bit of puzzle stuff to it, but it's mostly just like, yeah, it's a sweet story, and there's a little bit of puzzles and a little bit of solving things. And so, you know, good vibes, good vibes. After I finish dinner, I'm going to just consume the cake. Y'all, we've been going for nearly 10 hours. It has been nearly 10 hours. Oop, I didn't read it. I got an old paintbrush, and that was as far as I made it. Oh, here it is. Here's what our final look is. To do. Music, breakfast, resume, coffee, then continue, resume, coffee, and then paint. Okay, so music. Music. Music, check. Now what should I do? That's loud, isn't it? Alright, breakfast. Munch, 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 munch.
Nice.
Yum. Oh, cool. So satisfying. Alright, coffee? Okay. Coffee.
Uh-huh.
Drink it later when I paint. Resume. Here we go. Only finished half of my resume. It's time to get the job done. Dear Barb, hope this letter finds you right. I'm a graphic designer and an illustrator. Art has been my passion all my life. Hope you can consider me as one of your contracted artists next year.
Right.
Thank you. Time to get to work. It's nice to... I don't know what that said. Good morning. How are you? Cool, 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 cool. The old man ignores me. Seems this old man who's always painting never really notices me. The old painter who lives across the street, expert in landscape, oil painting. Painting constantly, always ignores me, lives all by himself. I wonder what stories he has to tell. Cat is napping in a comfortable position. Okay, cat. Old man's old cat. My heart.
Oh.
What a gorgeous painting. I think I've seen it somewhere. One of the old man's painting. I've seen a similar one in my room. I love the art style of this one, which is ironic because, you know, it's about art, so. This one. Found it! This is the painting, but looks similar. Something's different. Something behind the painting just opened. A little inspiration from some sunflowers. Jay. There's a side note by Jay behind the painting. Who's Jay? I can't recall. Seems the pieces can be put together. Look at that. Look at how cute. I've seen this pattern somewhere. before somewhere in the room. I see some sunflowers when the pieces have been put together. Have I seen them some? Have we? There. Is there any connection between the two? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Aha! Jordan, you're in a game. Jordan, look! It's open! When did I put it in here? Green paint. It's nature's favorite color. It represents the revival of all life. This is a really soft story. It does have some sad stuff in it. Like a lot of sad stuff in it, just so you guys know. I should get back to my work. Oh.
Alright.
Yeah, Jordan. Jay, you're here. Where's Green go? Green goes here. And here? Nope. Here. There. And I think there. There we go. Squinting into the afternoon sunlight, he suddenly noticed the girl across the street. In a sudden rush of inspiration, he takes up his brush with renewed energy. His brushstrokes cast a faint orange tint of sunlight over the open field. Sunflowers bloom on the girl's canvas, chasing the nourishment of the sun. Hanging on the wall are many landscape paintings and one painting which appears to be covered. Oh, an orange and white cat is stretching. Time seems to have frozen in this moment. What are the stories behind each painting? Two. Oliver's letting himself in. Think. Drip. Oh no. Looks like something stepped in the paint. Oh no, the room is in a mess. Empty cans with thick layers of dried paint on them. Cassette player was knocked over. I'll put it back where it was. Ooh.
Alright.
Is there a piece of paper over here? I don't know, man. Phew, it's still working. Oh.
Well...
Piece of paper again. Another one. Okay, those two go together. I'm a little hungry. Oh. Speaking of hungry. Nom 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 nom. Yummy. Wait, was that... What was the shadow that rushed past just now? Oh, Oliver. Oliver's the shadow that rushed past. Okay. Jot down my thoughts and travel notes in a notebook. Every little idea is precious to me. It's a mess over here too. Thank goodness the glass was empty or the laptop would have been damaged.
Alright.
Nice. Alright. Cool. Draft from yesterday is gone and can't be recovered. Guess I'll have to do it all over again. Oh, I could type on the... Dear Barb, hope this letter finds you right. I'm a graphic designer, illustrator, arts passion. Consider me the same exact thing from yesterday.
Okay.
I think this is where I was last time. I'll finish the rest tomorrow. Whoa. Oh no, not the coffee. What a mess I have to clean up. Just like right there. Perfect. Everything back in place, I'll make a cup of coffee for myself. Priorities. Coffee's ready, I'll have it later. Ah! There you are! Just love the like, meh.
Oh.
Cat just jumped without warning. My heart literally skipped a beat. It's the cat who made a mess of my room. Glad it's not injured. Hope the cat's okay. They look cute together. Ooh, a new painting.
Right.
Very good. I think I've also seen this drawing somewhere in my room. I think that's it. Colors and composition are similar to the drawing I just put together. It's... oh boy. Okay. One... Up. Like that? Okay. There it is. We did it. It's open. Red paint. Its bright and blazing hues illustrate our own burning emotions. Dear A. Remember the cat? She gave birth to a kitten, Jay. Found another note from Jay, but this time the image is of a cat.
Yeah.
I got a new color. It's time to go back to painting. Where's the red going? Red's up top and on this roof. On this roof, and then very tippy top, right? Pow. There it is. Over half the painting's done. Almost there. Good job. It's going great. This is wonderful. The red walls on either side of the alley are littered with lost cat notices. He's about to put another notice on the wall. Cat rolls around on the ground begging to be pet. It's not notice its owner's worried face. The girl smiles as she watches the lost cat she found running back towards its owner. He stops and watches the orange blur running towards him. Eh. Not her. That's where they met. I wonder what happened afterwards. This game is so soft. And sad. There's some sad stuff in here, y'all. Just heads up. Just a heads up. Uh-oh, a rainstorm. Alright, let's get some rainy tunes going. I get some rainy jams going. Let's see how... Okay, this cake is... I love the rhythm of the raindrops as they accompany the music. Then, it's time to fill my stomach. Let's do it. Let's also report on how good or bad this cake is. Ah, multitasking. Not well. Oh, no. We gotta do this all over again. Files from a couple days earlier also vanished for no apparent reason. Why is that? That's suspicious. That's weird.
Oh.
First time it's rained since I've moved here.
Huh?
The painting he's staring at, I think I've seen it somewhere. He's starting to cough. Oh. I'm sure I've seen this painting somewhere. Oh. Is the old man sick? Oh, that would be a good assumption. Is he sick? This one, right? No. This one?
Really?
Is that not? She's got yellow, she's got red. There it is. There it is. They go in different directions, carrying umbrellas of different colors. Do they notice each other as they pass? Drawing in the shop. A yellow umbrella and a green sign. Yet another drawing that looks familiar. We've seen that sucker. This one. And the green side was right here. I'm really glad it turns into pretty things and doesn't just like keep how I paint it, because that would be awful.
Oh.
Huge green sign stands out in the dim streetscape, under which a man holding a yellow umbrella is taking shelter. Drawing of street view. The sun and the umbrellas, and I always feel the composition is similar to that of a painting in my room. It was this one, right? He's still yellow, she's still red. Theme of this drawing also centers around a rainy city. Is that what it said? Cityscape? Yeah, that's the spot. There we go. Looking good. Oh, and the sun. The sun.
Wow.
Looks like they're having a good time. Did they notice the rain stopped when the sun came out? Dear Amber, I'd never have expected I'd meet you under the sign on that raining day and we would chat until sun comes up. Jay. Another note signed by Jay seems to be addressed to someone named Amber.
Oh.
What's the connection between these three drawings? There that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the correct order. A sketch has changed, and the red and yellow cup have appeared on the sign. So it's red on top, yellow on the bottom. Red on the top, yellow on the bottom. Yeah, there we go. Wonder if there are any stories behind these three paintings. Blue paint. It's a calm color, but melancholy at times. How could I keep finding drawings and paint in mysterious places lately? What's the connection between the old man and the man in the painting? The old man and the notes signed by Jay. Who is Jay and who's the old man? Ah, there we go. Is this woman in white amber? What happened to her afterwards? Who is she? What happened between them?
Okay.
Which is blue color? Which, wow, blue is that back piece. Blue goes here and here, here, and then here. Oh, golly. And this one. What? There we go.
Yeah.
Done, but it still needs some modifications. The endless patter of rain on the street creates a wordless song. The rain brings with it a blossoming of umbrellas. Schedule disrupted by the sudden rain, he begins to look for a place to take cover from the rain. Worried about getting her painting wet, she tries to find shelter from the rain. Rushed to take shelter under the same sign, the two of them have a chance encounter. They look at each other and smile, then start talking about anything and everything during the wait. They continued even after the sun had come out. It's so cute. Good. What'll happen next? We're under an hour again. Oh yeah. Are you alright? Hey, are you alright? Whoa. What happened? And now comes the puzzle solving. Can't see anything, maybe I should turn on a light first. Light's on, now I can see things clearly. Door's locked, I can't open it from inside. An old photo, and it's a painting of a field of flowers. The photo seems to have been taken in this room. What happened to the room? Someone painted over the original painting. Thank goodness this painting's fine. Can't tell what it used to look like. Painting is melted, but why? Backwards J. Up, up, that way. Cassette's gone. Awful. There's some strange markings. Wait. Doot, 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 doot. Green? Gren. I did not write that, but it's fine.
Hey?
Red arrows. Do they correspond to something red somewhere else? Do they? I don't know. Oh. Figures in the painting are all blurry.
Really?
Did I paint this? It looks exactly like the same as the one in the photo. So... blue is there. Is blue anywhere else? Blue on the lower portion of here. We don't have purple or white. Green.
All right.
Green. Red. Red. Those are, that's a yellow and a yellow. So yellow goes here. And yellow goes here. It's me, I'm yellow. And then we don't have pink or purple or... still any other color. Ooh. Amber. How can I not remember the password? Where did I write it down? Blue arrows on this notebook. Doot, 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 blue. Is there some kind of connection? So blue is down, over, up, over. Green is up, over, down, over.
That's it.
Red is up, down, down.
That's it.
Then yellow is up, up, down. 1618. Ready to print. Enter. Message ready to print. Let's print it and see. Oh, it's got part of the picture. Cool. I don't remember these puzzles, so.
Huh?
An incomplete photo. I wonder where the other piece is. Okay, okay. Oh, what's up? Amber. There we go. That's her name. That's her name.
What?
What's this place? What are these paintings? This is a painting, sunflowers.
That's not right.
It's there, right? Is it there? Is it there? Maybe there's a clue somewhere. Oh, other than the painting itself. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's up in front of it. Looking good. Oh, and it's missing a yellow. Biddy boop bop. There it is. I finally finished it. Got my inspiration from that place. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Shall we meet at my place, Amber? It's Amber's note to Jay. The yellow part is blood. Which one is the finished painting? So the familiar sunflower was one of her paintings. It's a painting called Cat. It's one of the cats who connects them. Is this the... Was it the tail? Yep, more complete now. Is your hind leg? No. Gosh golly, I don't remember. Okay, it's more complete now. I don't remember exactly what this cat looked like.
That's not right.
No. Thought it was the chest. What?
Huh?
Okay, I guess it was that ear. Darn it. So glad to have met you on that rainy day. Wonderful to be with friends, someone who shares the same interests. We should go sketching sometime. They met each other due to the rain. Is this a hint? It's signed Amber and has a blurry red image. So red square. Asymmetrical white and orange pattern. The cat was there when they met. What was the one we got from the sunflower? Looks like a triangle. Yellow. Yellow. So from Amber. Whoops. What was it? His was yellow, hers was red. How was work? How'd it go? Whoop, no, come back. They've been brought closer by the rain. Perhaps they wish time could stop in that moment forever. Glad your cat's fine. Wasn't expecting her to jump so far. It was nice meeting you. Blue circle. Okay, okay. And then that one we need to know what's the different thing here. What's missing? Here. Green. Painting high on the wall of the cassette player.
Oh.
Locations of the signatures seem to be connected to the geometric shapes. Okay, so the square was red. Circle was blue. That one is yellow. There we go. Each note corresponds to a different color shape. The ones in the apartments. Are they the protagonists? We got white paint. Oh. Awesome. That was I'm glad I looked around. I am so glad I looked around. Okay, so we've got green here. And then what? White and then yellow. So it just wasn't solvable without that, I guess. Painful. This isn't how I remembered it. Maybe I should check the kitchen again. Let's go check the kitchen again. Well, sure enough. Same illustration as the one in the room, the box in the room. I want to know what the images on the left could be. Oh gosh. Is it just the order that they're in? Let's try it. Sunflower. Cat. Cassette. Nope, I have no idea. Okay, let's do the white here.
Really?
Did I paint this? It looks exactly the same as the one in the photo. White goes here, and then it goes here, and then it goes here. Where else does it go? Does it go anywhere? Oop. I clicked way too far. Oliver's letting himself in again. No, so we need pink. Need another color.
Oh.
I think I know what the images on the left should be. Oh, is it the same as the one in the one in the box? Does the box have those on them? It just has an umbrella in the middle. Literally breaking in. Umbrella. So maybe cat, umbrella, sunflower. That's it. There we go. Ah, images and shapes in the notes. A photo of me holding Jay's cat. A familiar scene with unfamiliar arrangements.
What?
Am I the one in the photo? Cassette player. Could it be that painting high on the wall? It fell down. Cassette player in the painting seems to be mine. Well, something happened to the cassette player as well, just like the kitchen. Perhaps I should check it again.
Huh.
White cassette is different from the one I usually play. I wonder what kind of music it has. No, this isn't scary. This is a soft puzzle game, and it's kind of sad. There's some sad stuff in it. No, this is a really soft one. Next chapter. Oliver is a fiend. He's breaking in. Oh, am I the one who's painting? Am I the one who's painting? A person I used to know very well. I wonder how many years have passed since that day. This music and this view. That window, is that where I think it is? I used to work here often. Our chance encounters at the cafe gradually became an unspoken routine. The music played by this white cassette is my favorite. How could I forget? This is where we took shelter from the rain, where we always met, and where we came up with the code. I remember the view outside the window. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. This is the place. Every little moment I had here, I wanted to paint it all. It's where he and I made many sketches together. It became my favorite place. Is this a coma dream thing? I don't think it's a coma. This is the final and most important color. It's a better twist than that. It's not a coma. It's a better twist than that. Purple paint. Purple. This is my color. The final painting. I haven't finished it yet.
Okay.
Now I can finish this painting.
Mm-hmm.
I think everything else is the purple. Like I said, it's kind of sad. It's kind of a sad thing.
Uh-huh.
Through my paintbrush, I'll remind myself to never forget these moments ever again. After spending all these moments together, what happened to us? Feels great to have a friend who shares the same interests. It's back. Look at how pretty it is. Now I remember that day and that song. I invited him over and showed him my painting before I went to New York. Every time I opened the door and saw him, I couldn't help but smile. We talked about our works and shared our dreams as usual. My work was accepted. Congratulations. It's so soft. Look. Jack. Is it a backwards J? A, C, K. That's not right. Maybe that's not right. There you go. Oh, come on now. Okay. Didn't like that I did it all my own. That's it. The view and the sound outside the window suddenly changed. Jack. Guys, it's time to focus on my art. I'll paint the most beautiful sceneries. What do you say, Jack? Not a weird coma dream thing. Not a weird coma dream. A little more heart-wrenching. Also very soft. Ugh, my heart.